fantastic ways of delaying engage, with great ways of stopping them from getting on top of your carries. So really is going to be how they're able to execute on that composition. But I will say for PSG, the great thing about
hey, look, the knockup is completely missed, and Miru knows it as well. So Audi going to finish off this Dragon, and now the Talia is on the way. Jarvan, though, Junja waiting in the wings to try and turn this around.
I love this move from R7 as well. They built up the pressure.
Got the numbers advantages, so I'd be surprised if PSG really want to try and contest this.
Oh, no, they get the root down, they get the knock-up as well. Level 6 hit, the Cataclysm comes in for Junja. He does get the knock-up at the back of it. There's a slightly Maelstrom, but it only really lands onto one, and now they can turn and burn for this fight. First blood finally goes over to Seo. Nice knockback here from Miru as he gets on top of two. The Pop Blossom is decent, but there's no damage right now. The resets are coming in. Double kill for Seo. R7 are doing well in the early game.
And everything rushed, and everything goes awry.
Seo doesn't have flash or heal, doesn't have his arcane shift either, and that's a shutdown there. Just not expecting the rat to be.
You then have that follow-up coming through from PSG Talon. It very quickly starts to snowball out of control. So that's where PSG, as you say, they need to kind of,
like you said, it doesn't become about the laning phase anymore. It becomes about those team fights. Audi is going to get jumped on here. Will not have a huge amount of damage thrown onto him just yet. They've invested 2 ultimates there. It's going to be Minoru coming back on top of this one here, though. Junja immediately flashing after the fact to try and make sure he stays alive, but he does get taken out. Woody can't get the root down. TP's coming in. That's going to be the Kennen trying to jump, or Maple, excuse me, coming in afterwards. Minoru cannot just be walked over this. Audi gets a reset. Will not get the flick back, and they will trade back 1 for 1. So it's a little bit of a scrappy one there for PSG. They thought they found someone.
Yeah, they've tried to get the pick, but just not enough damage. And as well in this mid lane, Wacko needs to be so careful.
Yeah, needs to be very, very careful. That mid lane going down could be huge. There's a Pop Blossom.
Oh my God.
3. The flash is good, but can they get the damage afterwards? They do get Seo. The bomb comes in straight afterwards. A slice and dice will get him back over the wall. But I mean, just as Dragon's about to spawn as well, Rift around this Dragon in 20 seconds as well. Audie's nowhere near it, so the junglers are actually going to find each other saying, so sorry, didn't mean to be here. And it's a little bit of a 2v2 for the moment, but I mean, it's a Jarvan. There's not really many situations he's going to be able to knock it out of.
Immediately move over towards that objective, but you're still getting good reset timers here for PSG. And now they can start to try and contest this as Ozzy, with push on top, is moving down.
Yeah, Audi might have to use his own ultimate there. Not quite sure what happened there with the hook, but he misses it completely. The Pop Blossom on the 2, no jungler now available. Flick back is decent on the Junja, but there's just not the damage right now from the Talia. Line's just gonna get taken out, and this is starting to change the momentum of the game. R7 had a good start, and now they're starting to fall apart. PSG
really set themselves up for success in that regard.
And the thing is that, yes, we are seeing a trade of sides right now. PSG getting the Dragon, top lane being pressured in, but it's always PSG coming out on top. They're now getting bot lane pressure. They got the mid lane. They're getting so much more bang for their buck that it just feels like R7 are just...
And Audi are waiting in the wings as well, so we'll just back away.
Oh, interruption. That's there's still a flash and a Cataclysm for Junja, but I think he's just, oh, the nice little bit of movement. Had himself the Gore Drinker for extra healing, but gets taken down, heartbroken, and this is where
all that vision is just going to cause you issues, especially when it hasn't been fully cleared out. So nice job from Lens to get that set up. And I think at this stage then, you got to try and go, hey, look, PSG.
Just looking at 2 massive items that are being completed there. Void Staff for Miru, who's going to try and make use of it right now. The Pop Blossom, just a delay. Double up in that one there. Doesn't get the flick back on top of that one. Good flash away from Miru and by Bong. They're looking for an engage in the mid lane, though, as we see Junja and the rest of the team looking for more. They get the knock up here and the charm coming out from the Rakan. A shutdown comes out. Bong finally gets himself a little bit more redemption as he looks for a little bit more in this mid lane. Seo and Audi just can't do the damage. It's a 2 for 1 in the mid lane. Overall, a 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Seo still trying to see if he can get more. Maple as well. Still not out of the woods just yet. Seo, he's feeling it, but I don't think he can really chase up. The second he arcane shifts composition stronger, whereas PSG are trying to drag them into their own vision so they can have flanks and try and catch them out of multiple different angles. So at the moment, you can see both teams kind of in that stalemate and nobody really wanting to commit.
Don't know why he's there, but he's getting all the damage. He got the root as well. They walk straight into the feathers, and that's all they needed to do. Now you can see a fight on 2 fronts. They are getting damage down. Bong still keeping himself alive. Nicely done with the Pop Blossom, though. And that's a clean enough fight for the side of PSG. They lose 1, they get 4, and they can just barrel down the mid. They've got a huge minion wave.
I mean, Wacko went God mode on that one. Immediately picks off Audi, sets up PSG, and yeah, the wave is there. The base is going to be absolutely left in tatters. I mean, 15 seconds, 6 seconds until Seo's up. Like, they could just go for the end.
They might think about it. It is only game 1 of this best of 3. Looks like they're just going to back away afterwards. They've got the Hex Gates. Everyone just has got himself a... it's a fake one. Faked us out as well. They have vision on this, so they know what's going down. Audie's got ultimate and flash. You can get on top of it. Two-shot barrage lands on the Woody. They're putting them in. It's fish in a barrel. He goes get the Baron, but can they get out with it? Flash out immediately. Bond can't get into the fight right now. They're trying to get the stones in, but they just can't get the damage out. It was just a little bit too discoordinated from
Wacko, great setup there. The CC sets up beautifully for Woody then to come in over the wall as he gets the answer on towards the backline because he's got a direct route. And it means that R7 going to move over towards the Dragon. They'll get it, but what else would they get?
What else can they get? Junja tried to do a little bit of a drive-by, does get the Cataclysm out. Sayo just going to get himself away from this one here. Stopwatch used by Junja means he won't get any more damage done onto him. And R7 are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. They need to get themselves out. Audi doesn't have flash and ultimate because he used it last time. He will be sacrificed. And now Woody tries to go for a little bit more. Sayo, no flash, but does have the arcane shift. They're just poking them out right now. And everyone backs themselves away. Good for our
Baron. So PSG come back out, they get the kill. They're now going to get bot tower off of this, and they're going to get this bot inhibitor as well. You just don't have the people you need to defend this, especially with mid-wave now there as well.
Yeah, you have to be so careful here, Sayo. He just needs to make sure he's not getting caught out. Junja has got a flash. He'll go for a flash, flag, and drag if he really wanted to, and that's going to be another inhibitor turret exposed. Do they get the second inhibitor? That's the question. I mean, Wacko has been fantastic with these routes as well. You can't even walk forward because he just always has 6 or 7 feathers dotted around the place.
Yeah, and look, with that, as soon as Azzy shows up, they're like, cool, we're going to be totally fine to take this. Can't really do particularly much.
No, feathers do go flying. Wacko does get hit by the ultimate, but I mean, they're turning it all back on the Lions, who is ignited, getting taken so low. Is he? Yes, tick down Woody, finishing that one off in a little bit of supportal combat. And I mean, it's so difficult now to get this damage to stick, and they've got minions, they've got Baron, they might look for the end. They're going to go in, Cataclysm goes in straight away. There's the Pop Blossom down on the 2. They're just using these ultimates to try and stop everyone from dying, and Wacko just feeling untouched, unfavorable in this fight is he, but PSG are going to be getting themselves the first win of Worlds 2023.
They pat in the KDA, they'll take down the Nexus, and PSG, long-range threat that you have is going to be that Jace. I think that can be a struggle now as you start to get in towards fights with Sejuani jumping forward, the Knowledge jumping forward, and just setting up nicely then for the Orianna. So I actually think in the moment,
they do have a Jace coming in with an accelerated shock blast over the side here, so they could be very, very caught out as I can see them now go for it, but they're getting a lot of damage on the Wacko. The feathers don't come back just yet though. The turret's still doing damage. First blood goes over. It's a 1-for-1. Both supports picking up kills.
And its position. Wave is not in a good spot for R7. They kind of know it.
Yeah, they kind of know it. They are going to be able to kind of move themselves away. Bit of Spider-Manning. They will get the double knock-up, but a route underneath the tower is not ideal. Sayo gets crashed backwards. Not quite able to get the route. And that's just an easy little pickup here for the bot lane of PSG. A little cleaner. Caught out for the moment. They're going to look for a flash here onto the mid lane. They're going to try and jump it on top of this one. It's a good hook there to try and bring back Junja. But the shockwave, as he got knocked back, Miru is going to fall to this ignite. That's Woody picking up his second kill of the game. And this is more like the PSG we expected to see coming into this matchup. They are much more cohesive.
Very quick Dragon, as you see. So that's where it could be a little bit dangerous. But yeah, they'll be able to take it. And now I'm looking at mid lane. Is Junja going to steal away the Raptors?
After taking that Dragon of the global kind of call as such. But now kind of turning that from top lane, or sorry, from mid lane to top lane. Now we are going to see Bong just getting rooted down. Didn't get the CC away from it. Tried to go all out. Tries to get him underneath the tower. It was almost a good thing, but Miru just TP in. Now trying to find out where this rumble is going. Will be able to eventually find him, you imagine, but taking a fair bit of damage by ignoring Junja. There's the shockwave. Does finally land. And they will be able to trade back 1-for-1. Good flash to stop, get away from that accelerated shock blast. To so many bits of damage. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, they could try and push mid very, very quickly and lean over towards the Rift Tower with the numbers advantage that they have, but with the resets coming through, they're not in a position to do so. So PSG now are going to get Dragon. They should get good damage. I think they should get bot tower off this play, but also, I mean, even with the position that they're in, you can see Miru not really going to be able to hold on because Junja can try and threaten a potential dive here, and there's just nobody from R7 here to cover.
Oh, Miru could be in a lot of trouble here. Needs to walk forward a little bit, but no, just get hit up. There's going to be a TP straight away. They're tanking the turret straight off of it. The shockwave does come down, but it's just too easy. Hotel top laners TP in, but I mean, what way can you really make this one work? You're in a 2v3, not really in a position for it. They will drop down the equalizer, the all-out, just to bring Junja underneath the tower. He has to flash away. There's going to be the ultimate put down to Wacko, who has no cleanse. A flash forward because the minion was standing in his way. A flash away by Wacko, who finally puts down the ultimate. Moonlight Vigil does pepper down this damage, good infernal damage. But I mean, it's PSG just kind of winning. It's R7 playing reactively, and unfortunately, it's not working.
You've got this incredibly strong pick in the Orianna, but even she's had to opt towards a Banshee's Veil, which, because of how much damage, opportunities to find that scaling
I've seen
aren't
this one
there.
before. I've seen this one before on the other side of the map. I know how this movie ends, but this time Miru was also going to go for a shockwave, comes in just to delay it, but it's the same result every time, and again Bong comes in just to find his laner already dead.
Yeah, call it the Canadian, the maple tree going absolutely.
So it does feel like a catch-22 for them, damned if they do, damned if they don't, and PSG are just comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, hang on, engage.
Yeah, engage comes in, they're going to get the ultimates out, but can they get the damage in? That is the question. The Nautilus goes down, the turret finally goes in, Oni does flash away, the shockwave good to catch Wacko, but I mean, he just gets himself the Gale Force to get away from this one, and yeah, look at the help bars, like they did nothing comparatively. Now you've got a lot to try and re-engage onto this. The all-out is there, but maybe just bait someone in. The vision control is in favor. PSG are just trying to get anyone into an isolated situation. 4,000 HP onto this Baron. Yeah, PSG do not want the 50-50 just yet. They're going to just keep peppering down these damage, and they know they can go for Bong because he's going to have to go all out. Junjin takes a hell of a lot of damage, but he's able to walk away just at the last seconds. Everyone's just kind of moving in. It's a little bit of a 1v1 on the top side there as Lions joins back in. And now the Rumble's very isolated, not with his team. He may have to try and get out of this by his own, but he doesn't have flash. He has nowhere to go, and he's overheated, which means he goes down. Bong picks himself up the first kill of the game. And PSG, they didn't really know what they wanted to go for there. The Baron got too low.
Well, that's about like the end of a Cooking Mama level, where you're like, everything is on fire. We're just running around trying to manage whatever we can. And yes, the level ticked over, and they've managed to survive, but now it gets more difficult.
Well, that's a Moonlight Vigil that doesn't really go anywhere. They're moving on to Junjin now. They're going to have to commit more ultimates here. Shockwave, sombreros onto nothing. And now they can turn and burn back on because Seo's dead as well. You've no consistent DPS, R7. They thought they had found someone to kill off, but they end up losing. Maokai, it's not really the priority target. Like, I just feel like they're, again, clutching at straws, looking for anything and everything that could possibly come out and give them some kind of an advantage. There's no other one else. Yes, the Orianna is very strong, but she relies so heavily on her combo. And again, PSG, rinse, repeat. There's no need to go for anything else. You just have to keep putting out that ultimate. It'll be up in about a minute's time again, and then you do it again.
Yeah, and again, they're all over the place. Like, look, Odie's trying to clear out mid-wave against Maple, whereas you'd kind of want him to be with the team. He's now going to get collapsed on as PSG come over.
Yeah, PSG are going to look to maybe... Like, that's 1v1. Odie can't set up to this because he's only got a Radiant Virtue. He's pure HP. What's going to happen there? Like, I don't understand it. You're not really throwing it. They're panicking, and it feels bad, but finally they look to try and make a play. But again, onto Junja, the tank. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it, but now the knock-ups into the charm. Sales already lost his Featherstorm. And can they try to burn this? But finally a good hook lands, but they've already got the stopwatch from Maple, so he can delay it. This is 4 versus 5. The Rumble isn't even here. The Rumble's not even looking to join. 4v5, and PSG are burning them down. Wacko goes forward, and they're all being taken out. Yes, the shockwave comes in onto one, but it's just too little too late. And this is PSG putting a marker in the play-ins.
4 versus 5. PSG Talon win the fight, and 2-0. They are going to take down R7 and deny them that opportunity at the 2-piece on the international wings.
I mean, PSG were the favourites coming in. Game 1, R7 definitely showed a bit of life. Game 2, they just looked lost, floundering. PSG got themselves warmed up, got themselves back into the series, and really put down the herd. Really well done there from PSG. And they get themselves the expected result, and I expected how they got it as well.
Yeah, I mean,